Hello and welcome to session 4 of Tales of the Rangers, a Scum and Villainy game here on the Gauntlet. We're here for our final session tonight with two of our existing players and a brand new player. We're playing on the Gauntlet, which is a huge gaming community that runs somewhere in the region up to 200 sessions a month. It's absolutely crazy. We get people from all over the world playing. We've actually got a Kickstarter going on at the moment for a game called Heart of Wulin, which is an absolutely excellent game written by Lowell Francis and Agatha Chen. I think it's Agatha Chen, isn't it? And if you get an opportunity, go and have a look at that. I'm backing it, and I would recommend you do it as well. So we're playing Scum and Villainy, which is a sci-fi, effectively a sci-fi version of Blades in the Dark, where we follow a crew of a ship as they go on jobs and try and make a living in a little bit of a dark universe. In this game, we're following up after 3 previous sessions. We're playing with a mercenary crew, the crew of the Cerebus. Now, so far, we've had 2 of our players here tonight. The other 2, unfortunately, couldn't make it, but we've got a new player tonight. Hello, Will. I'm going to do a quick overview of what's happened in the last session. Going into the last session, Eli's friend, his ally, Triv, had set him up to enter the Port Bastion Classic, a big speeder bike race on this desert world. But we ran into a little bit of a problem. There was the bike that they were supposed to be racing was stolen by a gang, and who was basically trying to steal it for a gang chief. Someone by the name of, I'm just trying to find it on here, a Yatu, who was Eli's rival. The players got it back. They assaulted the hangar where it was. There was mass carnage everywhere. There was explosions. There was rockets flying everywhere. There was people jumping down from starships and crashing starships and landing them on top of each other. There was a genetically engineered panther. All good things. Coming out of that, as characters were getting away, they found out that one of their contacts, one of the people who work with them, a reporter by the name of Stacey Walters, had been kidnapped. And the characters were flying away. They've got the bike. They're ready to go into the race. I'm guessing they were going back to their hangar. Is that where we were heading, guys? Okay. So before we go on and actually do anything else, coming out of that, we've got 2 characters here that get to do downtime. What I'm going to do, Will, is I'm going to give you 1 downtime action as well to set up something you want, if you want. If you want to get resources or something going ahead. So we need to actually work out the end of what happened last time. So you've got the bike back. You've got the bike back and you're ready to race. So I'm going to have the race actually happen as part of downtime rather than happen as part of the job. So I'm going to go through payoff for that score. Unfortunately, there was no money for that score. You were getting back an asset that you needed to compete, so you don't get any money for doing it. Coming out of that, there is 2 cred upkeep needed to pay the ship. Pay for upkeep on the ship. Do you guys have 2 creds to pay that?
I'm not sure if we do.
Okay.
I thought we'd made quite a bit of cash. I thought we took some cash. We took quite a bit of cash off the from someone. We ended up splitting it, so that means we'll have to unsplit it, and some people have to give
yeah,
share from the earlier.
I have 1 credit listed here.
Okay, so Walter, do you have another credit?
I might. Let me see, because I spent at least 1 of my credits breaking open the star map. Let's see if I have any left. I never know where to look on these character sheets.
If you look next to where it says
Oh, there it
trauma,
is. It looks like I have 2 credits actually.
that's right. So between you, you can actually pay that upkeep if you want to do so.
Okay. So I'll pay 1.
Okay. So one of the things to come out of the job last time, it was a loud and messy job. It was a very loud and messy job. There were rocket launchers going everywhere. There was gunfights in a major spaceport. And as a result of that, you guys have actually got a little bit of heat. You've gained 3 heat in the local system because of it. Now, normally when you're on a contract, on a bounty hunting contract, you can go, hi, we're licensed bounty hunters. And that will give you -2 heat to it. Unfortunately, that wasn't a licensed job.
Oops.
So as a result of that, the fact you will actually gain 3 heat in the world that you're in. So I've just marked that on there. Now, each of our returning characters get 2 downtime actions, which they can use to indulge their vice, to try and heal from some of their injuries, and things like that. So, Eli, I'm going to go to you first. Is there anything you'd like to do with your first downtime action?
Yeah, I think I need to indulge my vice because I'm sitting on 4 stress.
Okay. So you like to gamble, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And
That got us into this mess in the first place.
okay, and your provider is Lito Nier?
Yes.
Now, last time when we were gambling, you went along and actually went out with Eli and you met Gargoyle. Can you tell me a little bit about Lito? What is Lito?
Lito is a human. Lito is black and has some nice big dreads that are held back in a ponytail, and is kind of the front man for the casino. So he's trying to make it look fancy. He's got a really nice Texas tuxedo, so really nice jeans, and then a fancy embroidered Western shirt and a bolo tie, and a nice big cowboy hat that he wears perched on top of his dreads.
Excellent. And what's the name of the casino?
I'm not sure. Anyone has good Western saloon casino theme name?
I always tend to go for Casino Morongo.
Sounds great to me.
Which apparently is a real place.
I love it.
So, is this a high-end casino? Is this a low and dirty dive? Is this a resort-style casino?
It's pretty fancy. It's pretty nice. Kit has to break out her best clothes to get in there.
Okay. So is it one of these places like a resort casino then? Does it have shows on to bring tourists in, and or is it the sort of place you get in Monaco where you get a very exclusive place where you need to get an invite to actually get invited to it?
I don't think that our planet is fancy enough to be the full exclusive. They'd love to be, but they can't. So they're stuck pulling in the families with shows.
So we're talking about
equivalent of Cirque du Soleil.
So we're talking more Reno then than Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you go in. What's your game of choice? Do you like betting on competitions? Do you like betting on the tables? Is it horse racing or mechanical horse racing or?
She doesn't like to bet on racing unless she's the one driving unless she's racing herself. So I think she mostly goes for cards.
Okay. So you walk into the casino, and this place is dark. It's nicely laid out, but it's deliberately subdued lighting. There's noise everywhere. It's packed tonight. You've got all the people that have come here for the Port Bastion Classic. So you've got off-worlders in. You've got a whole load of people that are that are new blood in there, and it's just teeming. You try to go to the bar to get a drink, and it takes you 10 minutes to actually get to the bar itself. And what do you do? Where do you go?
I think so. Kit's running pretty high now. We had all the coming down from the adrenaline earlier, but happy because I got my bike back and I'm ready to go win this race. And I'm just like looking around at all this fresh new blood that I can scam at the tables. People who are going to run up the odds against me so I can make more when I win the race because I'm a no-name person out here in the racing circuit. And I'm just feeling good. It's all right to wait in line a little bit for a drink and then find a not very populated table and just try to take them for everything they got.
Okay, so you come to the table. There's 6 or 7 people sat at the table. There's some very obvious, as you know, off-worlders. They're very tall and slender, and they have slightly purplish skin with no hair, and there's a number of the locals here as well, trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. And as you come to the table, there's a 4-armed croupier. Is that the word? The person there's a 4-armed dealer there that's there with these little crystal cards that's shuffling them and takes your ante and throws you a few cards. So these tall, thin Xenos look over to you and cock their head. Have I not seen you somewhere before? They say as they throw their ante into the middle.
I don't know. Where have you been?
I've been all over. I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
Oh,
Are you on the scene? And you see that they flex their cards, and there's quite very definite skill involved in what they're doing.
Oh, I'm out here on the rim, just trying to make a living.
Oh. Well, do you make much of a living?
Could say that. You here for the race?
Oh yes.
Or Bastion Classic?
Oh yes. There's some very good odds on the books there.
Oh, definitely.
They their eyes blink, but they blink sideways rather than up and down, and in fact, that's where I've seen you. You're one of the racers, aren't you?
Oh, that I am. That I am. As she is doing card tricks and rolling some chips between her hands, just trying to balance displays of skill back at them.
So what are you riding? Top of the line, I take it?
Could say that. It's a little bit of homebrew made it right here on the planet, but I think it'll take anything from the core worlds. Got a hell of a mechanic.
I have to admit, my money's on Sven. She hasn't lost any of her races yet in this season.
Well then, we'll see who has your money at the end of the race and at the end of the hand. And I think kind of like Mahjong style, cards drop. Kit wins.
Okay. This Xenos frowns. You got lucky there, I feel.
Well, see, that's the thing with racing. You only really need to get lucky once.
I think with racing, you need to stay lucky. Otherwise, it's a very short race. And they ante up, and a new hand is dealt out.
See, that's what everyone keeps telling me, but the thing is, I'm a very lucky girl.
Hmm. Well, we'll see how lucky you are. And the Xenos goes on to win that round. The next round, next set of cards come out, and you notice one or two of the people are leaving the table and new seats are filled. And as you're playing, you feel a hand settle firmly on your shoulder. There's a weight there.
Yeah, I was wondering how long it would take you to find me. I mean, it's not like you don't know where I am.
And you get pulled up to your feet and spun round. And you've never seen this creature before. It's an orc-like creature. It's overweight. It's got a large amount of body fat, jowls on its cheek, little tusks coming up from its lower lip that juts out.
The kid's kind of taken it back, expecting someone else.
You didn't know I was coming.
No, I did not. But you sure you really want to make a scene here in front of all these lovely people?
And he looks round, and as you look round, you can see the casino security have started paying attention, and a few of them have put their hands inside their frock coats. I'm just here to talk.
Well then, is this all really necessary as I kind of like try to brush their hands off my shoulders?
They leave go, and leans into you, and literally leans in hard, so you have to lean back over the table. Where is she?
Where's who?
Where is that reporter?
What do you mean? I'm sure she's just doing her job. I think Kate went straight to the casino and didn't know about the abduction.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, Eli.
Oh, but I think that Kit hasn't seen the report yet and went to the casino.
Don't give me that. Where is she? You're friends with her, aren't you?
Well, yeah, of course we're friends. I mean, why would I? Don't see why I would. Here, I can call her right now. What's the problem?
What's the problem is there's a bounty out for her. So tell me where she is, and you may just survive.
The call goes through the voicemail. Then Kit flips open her data pad.
And you can see as you go for your data pad, his hand goes for something on his belt. At which point, casino security steps over, and Lito's there with them. Is there a problem here?
You know, I think there is. I think this gentleman was just leaving.
Yeah. He's giving you a problem, is he, ma'am?
Yes, indeed.
So, we run a distinguished establishment here. I don't think you're the right kind of clientele for this. And you can see his hand still on his belt. He looks round at the 6 or 7 security guards there, and he turns to you. This ain't over. You're gonna lead her to me. I'll see you later. And he turns and stomps out. And Lito leans into you. What was that about? What was that about? Sorry, I'm forgetting the accent.
You know, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna find out.
Yeah. That hand's still alive. You may want to play it. We'll keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't come back. See you later, Kit, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks for the help. And I like palm him some credits.
He'll take some of the chips and slip them into his pocket. Thank you, and good night, y'all. And he goes back to his post by the door.
Always a gentleman, that one.
And you settle down at the table, and you can see the rest of the players are looking at you strangely.
Now, where were we?
And at that point, can you roll Indulge Vice, please?
Let's see what that is. All right, I got a 3.
Okay.
4 stress, so I'll just go ahead and clear 3.
Do you have an ability that lets you?
Yeah, I have an
almost-
ability that gives me plus or minus 2. Can that be plus or minus 1 as well? I'm not sure.
It doesn't say. So at this point, I think it's just going to be the full 2. So
Okay.
if you want to clear that 3,
Yeah, so I'll just clear 3 then.
brilliant. Walter, are you there?
I'm right here.
Okay, so
So let's see. I'm thinking. So I think for my 2 downtime time actions, I'd like to heal because I've taken quite a bit of damage from the last couple days.
okay.
And then I'd also like to pursue my vice and relieve some stress.
Brilliant. So which one do you want to do first?
I guess we can handle the stress first. So I also gamble. Is it? Could I have just like gone to the same casino?
Yep.
Because I think if I indulge my vice with Kit, I can get like that similar bonus thing.
That's right. Yep, you can certainly be at this same casino. You'll just be at a different table up until this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
so you've just witnessed this happening from the other side of the room. And what sort of table do you think you're at? What sort of game do you think you're at? Is it cards? Is it like a giant randomizing wheel? Is it zero gravity mahjong, or what do you see this game as?
Yeah, I think it's cards. Yeah, I definitely think it's part of my game.
Okay, so you're sat at a different table, and again, this place is absolutely packed. You've seen all these off-worlders in for the big race. You've seen people gambling all over, and you're sitting at a table, and a figure walks into the casino itself, and this is someone you recognize. In fact, this is someone you married recently.
Oh my god! Wait, I remember that vaguely from the backstory from the very beginning. What was that? Wait, what was that? It was
Count Acto. Count Acto,
right?
Walks in with his seneschal and his valet. You see, he's got a full group of people with him, and he walks in. He slips something to Lito, who nods and escorts him to some of the private booths at the back.
Okay, so he didn't acknowledge me. Is it possible that he didn't see me?
He didn't see you.
Okay, so all right, let's review this. This was a long time ago. I think this was when we were doing like character backstory or something. Like, so was it? If I recall, we did a job in our backstory in which we were supposed to find like a missing spouse for a noble person, and we like failed to find their spouse, but we kind of saved the day. Like the wedding had to happen, so we saved the day by like I got married to this noble person.
That's right.
And
Yes.
then I like okay. And let's see. And as I remember, we kind of like sort of jokingly, but maybe it was turns out to be real in the fiction, that like the noble person, it was like some kind of arranged marriage, and the noble person didn't actually realize that I wasn't their spouse until after we had spent the night together.
That's right. Yes. In fact,
just-
they didn't realize that you're not the spouse at all, I think is what we said.
Oh, so maybe they. So okay. So as far as they know, maybe they think I'm still the spouse, and it just ran off.
That's right. Yes.
Oh God. Okay. I almost forgot about that. Thank you, Jared. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's see. Wow. All right. Well, this is too fun. So I'll. Yeah, I think I'll just like tell the waiter to send a drink over to the count's table. What is their name? Count something.
Acto.
Count
Acto.
Octo.
Yes.
I came up with the name, but I can't remember it. I don't see where I wrote it down.
ACTRO.
CTRO. Octro. Okay. Yeah. Send Count Octro a drink, whatever his favorite drink was on our wedding night. No, actually, even better, like not like his favorite drink, but like whatever the like I don't know, like champagne or whatever that we happen to have on our wedding night. Like if they have that here, I'll like send a bottle of that over to his table.
Okay. It's pricey. It's going to cost you a credit.
Oh my God, that's my last credit. All right, why not?
Okay. So this bottle comes out. You see, they bring out this bottle, and this isn't one of these normal bottles. It is about this big. It's tiny. It's enough for about a glass and a half, and they put it in a bucket of ice and take it over, and this waiter comes up, and you see the seneschal step in front, look at, talk to the waiter, who then turns around and points to you, and the seneschal looks up, looks at the wine, takes the wine off the waiter, and starts walking over to you.
So I think at this point I'm still like playing cards, right? Like I'm imagining
Yep.
I'm still in the middle of a hand. Probably a fair amount of money in the pot, so I don't feel like leaving. But I'm like, whatever. This is already awkward. Might as well make it as awkward as possible. Yeah, I think I just kind of like nod to him, with like a bemused look on my face, and then I go back to my game.
He bows to you, and he bows really formally, and this is entirely out of place for this place. And Cord's female, aren't they?
Well, Court's a man.
Oh, sorry, I thought Cord was female. And my count, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Count Octo, it is.
Oh no! I'm just a mere seneschal.
Oh, this is the seneschal. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, it is a unexpected to see the count here. It is indeed a small system, isn't it?
Indeed, but my count. I have two counts, one of which stands before me. Surely you would you not like to come to the more refined area with less of these common people?
Yes, of course. Let me finish my hand. I'm enjoying this round. I'll be right over.
Mm,
And then I'm hoping I can like use this like crazy scene of this like, you know, well-off looking seneschal coming up and addressing me as a count as like a way to kind of like psych out the people at my table, like throw them off their game and maybe have a good hand.
Can you roll your vice, please?
Okay. Let's see. Indulge vice. No bonus die.
No bonus dice.
Oh, there it is. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
And so if I take a +2 from being with Kit, then that'll knock me down to 0 stress for the first time since we started.
Yes. Okay. Brilliant. And that's
All right.
not that you don't overindulge, so that's brilliant. So you come back to the back room, and sorry, you clear out the table effectively. So all the chips get added up. You go to put them on a tray, but the seneschal orders one of the servants to come over. We'll take that and have that counted for you.
Very good. Thank you. And then I continue on to the back room with the seneschal.
My count. I must admit, I am surprised to see you here. You left so suddenly after the wedding.
Yes. Well, you know, our families were so set on us being married, and I know that it advanced your political position considerably. So I felt like it was the proper thing to do. But I must admit, I am in many ways not a proper gentleman in my heart, and I need to be free. I could not have stayed in court. It would have killed me inside.
I understand entirely, but we each have duties we must fulfill. I'm sure now that we've come across you again, you will be returning with us.
Oh no, no! You don't understand. It is an honor to be your spouse, but I have my own business to take care of, and I will gladly leave you to do yours, which you do so well.
My lord has many. This is still the seneschal at this point.
Oh, we're still talking to the seneschal.
Yeah, sorry, he's talking to you as you're going over to the booth. My lord has many interests, but he may find an upswing from his fortunes for the next few days. Please, and they go to the booth. They pull back the curtains there, and you can see that the count, who is your husband, is sat there with in a booth with a private game going on with 2 other people. There's several beautiful men and women all around. These are obviously been put on by the casino itself to basically be eye candy, and you notice that one of the people that he's playing against is a certain information broker that you know.
Ah, okay. All the friends are coming back. Aura.
Aura, yes.
Oh my God. So Aura, Aura and I have some history already. Let me just review some highlights of that. So way back before this game started, Cord worked for the syndicate, the like mob kind of syndicate in the core sectors, and got a little too prone to taking risks, and was framed by Aura, an info broker who also worked for the syndicate, the Bordenko syndicate, I believe, where our ship is on bad terms with. So Cord came out to the edge to pursue his own thing, but still on bad terms with Aura. When was it? Our second session, we basically stole or was this our first session? I can't remember anymore.
It was the first session.
First session, at the end of the first session, we stole the star map from this archaeologist who had been working for Cord, and kind of humiliated them. And Cord, or I'm sorry, who had been working for Aura, and Cord left a calling card, not Cord's calling card, but his like secret, hacker elbows calling card. And then I think it was in a conversation with Stacey Weathers, actually, the person who has a bounty out for her that we just learned about, that she told me that this archaeologist was working for Aura, and that I basically put some mud in Aura's eye by stealing the star map right out from under him. Which, as far as I know, Aura's not aware that I did, but maybe now we'll see.
Okay, so the curtain goes back. You can see Acto there. He's sat back. He's lounging around. He turns to you and his eyes widen. Oh, my beloved, my beloved! Oh, it's so good to see you. And he stands up and moves over to you, and
my dear Acto,
and takes your hand and kisses it. And oh, my beloved, where have you been?
I have been free as a bird, flying around, enjoying life as I've always done. But in my heart, you will always be my dearest love. And I say this with a beatific smile to Count Octo, but I glance over his shoulder at Aura while I say this, with perhaps flashing a bit of a mischievous smile in Aura's direction.
Aura looks up at you. He turns round and is taking a drink. And as they see you, there's a little bit of a spit take. Oh, and he stands up. Yeah, you can see that he's reaching for something on his belt.
Oh, is it possible he's reaching for his blaster?
It could be. He's.
Oh my goodness.
My lord, do you have any idea who this is? And Acto turns around. Oh yes, this is my dear beloved. This is my husband. And you can see Aura's eyes go cold.
I say yes, and it is a pleasure to meet your guests. Actually, this gentleman and I are not unknown to each other, I say to Count Octo with a nod toward Aura. And then I look to Aura and I say, somewhat pointedly, and I know that you are in good company, because I know that this gentleman does not act rashly when there is much to be gained through prudence.
And Aura looks at you. I'm sorry. I must have mistaken you for someone else. You have a very familiar face. And the eyes are still cold. Do you play cards? And he sits down again.
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Then please join us. I insist.
It would be my pleasure.
And Acto is there. Oh, it's such a small universe when friends can be so close and not know it. Oh, and he takes out the small bottle of champagne and pours a thimble for each of you, because this stuff is potent. And Mr. Aura here was just concluding some business with me.
Oh? Tell me everything.
Oh, yes. I've placed a substantial bet on the race.
Oh, fantastic. No doubt you placed all your money on Yatu. He's sure to win.
Oh, how did you know that?
Well, it's no secret. But there's still plenty of money to be made. There are a number of fools who are going to be placing their money on the lesser known people. I hear there's a slan who some people are wasting their money on. Silly.
Oh, I've heard all the things, but Yak 2's crew, oh, they're sure to win. They have the best equipment. They have the best speeders. They have the best pilot. Oh, I'm confident that all the money I borrowed for this will be worth it.
Oh yes, certainly.
And my winnings are your winnings as well. He holds up the glass.
I kind of do that thing where I like wind my elbow around his elbow so our elbows are interlocking, and then so we can each take a sip together.
Oh, that tickles as he drinks. It's all the little bubbles. And he puts the glass down. Oh, it's so good to see you again.
It's good to see you again, my count. And
Um,
I step closer to him and gaze into his eyes as I say it.
And he smiles and he blushes. Oh, I don't know what I've done to deserve you. Oh, ew. If you'll excuse me, I think I need to go and just visit the little count's room. I'll just be a few moments. I'll just be right back. And
Oh yes.
he gets up and he and his servants go off to the bathrooms, leaving you and Aura there alone.
So I turn to Aura and I say, I have a way of getting you what you want.
I want his money.
The Count's money.
Yes, amongst other things. What are you doing here? What angle are you running here?
I'm just stopping by, and my beloved
Don't
happens to be in town.
give me that shit. What are you doing here? You won't get it. You won't get his money. You won't get his fortune. That is coming to us.
Oh. Well, I'm surprised that you're even out here, Aura. Whatever happened to the core worlds? Don't you have any friends there anymore?
Oh, well, I go where the money is. And at the moment, there's an awful lot of money here. Besides which, I have other business here as well.
So at this point, I think I'd like to maybe try and read Aura in some way, or like I'm not. I don't know. Like, I mean, I want to know what he's up to, right? But I don't want to like spend a whole lot of time on it. So maybe we can roll to see if I can.
Yep. How are you doing that? Are you trying to talk it out of him? Are you trying to just study him? Are you trying to read his mind through a tune or?
So yeah, I mean, those are things that I'm not good at any of those. I am really good at sway. So I think like my best bet is to convince him that that I can help him, right? And I mean, we have a history together where before he betrayed me, which I may or may not have deserved, we did work together for quite a long time, and so we have like that familiarity with each other, right? We're definitely frenemies, and so I'm gonna try and convince him that I can help him do what he wants if he'll let me in on it.
Okay, can you roll sway, please? This is going to be risky.
Okay. All right.
And it's going to be
So
standard effect.
and let's see. And having just lowered my stress, I'm gonna go ahead and push myself as well.
Are you pushing yourself for an additional dice, or are you pushing yourself for greater effect?
Ooh. Good question. I already have 2 dice. Is there a devil's bargain in this too?
Well,
Or can I only do one or the other? I think I can push myself or a devil's bargain if I'm not.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. All right then. Then I will. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the standard effect and take 3 dice.
Okay.
All right.
In
So
which case, can you roll the dice then and tell me what you get.
standard effect, 1 bonus die. I got a 6. Ooh.
Oh, yep. So I think you share a few more drinks, and as you're what exactly are you trying to find out here? What are you trying to talk him into telling you?
To be honest, I mostly don't want to get like tripped up myself. Like I feel like I've got enough of my own things going on. I think I mostly just want to like slide my way out of here with as little friction as possible, so I can get back to doing things that really interest me.
Okay.
Like finding out what happened to Stacey Weathers and getting this race won and whatever else.
Okay.
Not that if you've got something interesting in mind, I'm not saying I wouldn't work
No,
on this job.
he mentions that he's come to the planet to recover some merchandise that was stolen from him, and while he's here, he's been acting as a middleman for the syndicate. With
Yeah.
some of the betting.
I mean, my guess is like that he's coming to find that star map that someone stole from him. Might have been me, but he probably doesn't know. And 2, it sounds like he's got a second angle on trying to finagle Count Octo out of his money.
Yes, very, very much so.
Okay.
That is effectively what he's here doing.
All right.
He wasn't looking for you. He's not asking you any leading questions about the star map or anything else. He's not mentioned it at all or even hinted about it.
All right. So I think this is what I'd like to do. I think I would like to convince him that I'm going to help him get Count Octo's money, but then like secretly I'm going to like undermine that so that he fails.
Okay. So how do you do that?
How do I do that? I think. I mean, I don't know what his plan is, so I think I'll just convince him.
He's convinced him that Yatu has basically got hold of the best bike ever. In fact, he'd stole it from one of his competitors.
Oh, okay.
And Yatu's going to win.
So that's how he was going to get the Count's money. So then this guy's betting on someone other than Yato.
No, this guy is betting on Yato. Yato was the one who commissioned the biker gang to steal your ride, last time.
So he convinced Octo to bet on Yatu. I got that part.
Yeah.
And then is he like? But what I don't see is how Aura is going to get a cut of that money bet on Yatu.
Because Yatu doesn't have that bike.
Okay.
He doesn't have the souped up bike that Triv.
Right. Okay. I see. And so Aura is like, oh, Aura's the money lender. That's what I missed.
No, Nick's the money lender. Aura is the information broker.
Too many NPCs. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know.
Okay, right. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna be like, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's great that Octo put money on Yatu because that's more money in the pool that Kit's gonna win. So I'm just gonna let all that slide and be like, all right, yeah, that's good. I'll help you with that, Aura. And maybe I can even convince Aura to like give me a share for playing along.
I can potentially throw a few credits your way. If you keep Acto from pulling out in fact, if you convince him to go all in, I could definitely throw some money your way.
Okay. Sure, that sounds like a deal.
Okay. I think we're going to have to move on. We're going to have to move on at this point because we are at the 1 hour mark and we've only got 2 hours left.
Yeah.
So, Will, can you introduce your character, please? I'm sorry, I should have done this right at the start.
That's okay. It is Talon Brick, who is known by Holiday. And Holiday is a wanderer with a military background. He used to make things happen for the hegemony.
Okay.
And he's picked up a variety of skills in that, which he's, science, medicine. You might wonder what the hegemony might put such talents to use for. But yeah.
Is he a doctor or a scientist or?
It's more like he was more like an intelligence officer,
Okay.
but sort of specializing in like biowarfare.
Okay.
So he's left the hegemony now, and now he does use those skills in more of a doctorly role.
Okay. So you're a member of the ship, and you've been away for a little while. What have you been away doing?
He's been away with his friend, helping his friend Judah, who is a doctor on one of the worlds in this system, deal with an outbreak of plague on a frontier world.
Okay. So I think we've got you and Judah coming back to the spaceport at this point, and you've just got down. You've come off the ship. You've gone through what little customs this place have, because this place is on the outskirts. It's on the rim. It's not a highly advanced world. It is a frontier world.
Just the way I like it.
And Judah's there with his bag over the shoulder. Oh, what a fortnight! That was hellish.
Yep. Still, plenty more alive now than would have been if we hadn't been there.
Isn't that the truth? Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah, well, no problem, Judah.
Now, my secretary's actually laid up some appointments for me. Isn't Cord Ferris one of your friends?
That he is.
Oh, well, he's got an appointment at the office in about half an hour. If you come along, perhaps you can get a lift back to the ship with him.
Well, why not? Beats walking.
So you're walking through all these streets, and there's a carnival atmosphere in the air. You can see that there's loads of barkers out selling souvenirs, and there's people putting on shows. There's dancers. There's people doing feats of strength. There's musicians playing all over the place, and the streets are just thronged with people here for the big race.
I wonder if Kit's going to be making an appearance in the races.
Oh, I understand she's racing. I saw it on the local news. Don't think there's very good odds on her, though.
Well, they don't know her well enough. I mean, she's always been a bit of a risk taker, but I'm sure, safe pair of hands behind the wheel.
Oh, safe pair of hands, but this is the big time. My money's on Slan.
Oh, well, never bet against a friend.
Never bet on a friend either. That way, you're only going to get resentment when they don't win.
Well, I got a lifetime of resentment all saved up, Judah. A little bit more ain't gonna hurt.
That's what I like about you. You can always keep smiling, even though the world turns to shit.
That's where it started. That's where it'll finish.
No. Anyway, here we are. He stops, and you've got this bar downstairs, and it's a grungy cantina, and there's a set of steps at the side that lead to a office above it. And he walks up there. He opens the door, walks in, and they're in this marginally clean front room to his office itself. He walks in, and there's a robotic secretary on a pedestal at the desk, who turns around. Howdy, and welcome to Dr. Judas. How can I assist you? Oh, hello, Dr. Judah. I hope the travel went well.
Real slick operation you got here, Judah. I'm always in awe of the equipment
Hell,
and finesse that you've put here.
hello, Mr. Holiday. It's so good to see you back. Do you have an appointment?
No, I'm here looking for Mr. Cord.
And where are you at this point, Cord? Because I understand you wanted to heal as your second action.
Yeah, maybe I'm like getting patched up by in the like I don't know in the like med chamber thing. I had blaster burns and an infected broken finger. I'm pretty beat
Okay.
up.
So I think they come through to the back room, and you're there sitting on a gurney, and you've got. Do you remember? Oh, what was it called? Ben Stiller, film about models, Zoolander.
Sealander. Can't look left.
Yeah, you remember the hand model with his hand in the little tank? So
David Duchovny.
yeah, so I think they've actually got your hand in a tank of fluid like that, as you're just sat being patched up.
Nice.
Jeez, 1 second. 1 moment. Sorry, guys. Can we have a 5-minute break?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds good.
Come back at 10 past the hour.
Sure.
Thanks. Oh.
You're not muted, Gerwin. You might want to.
Oh, sorry.
No, no worries, man.
Hey, folk. Is anyone there?
I'm here.
I have a trapped nerve in my leg that doesn't come on very often.
Oh. Do you, sounds like you're not feeling too well.
I'm not doing well. Oh, Jesus.
Do you want to call it a bit longer? Going like
I-
maybe go for a walk or something. I don't know if that will help you. Like,
No, I'm going to have to take tramadol, and tramadol puts me out.
okay,
This only comes up every. Oh, fuck me!
hey man,
I think
I think you should DM the rest of the game like this. I think it'll be the most enjoyable experience for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you should. Yeah, definitely. Not a problem to.
I think I'm gonna have to call the session. I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Guys.
no worries, man.
Take care of yourself first.
Yeah, cool. Good luck going.
I'm really sorry about this.
Hey, no worries, man. No worries.
I've run like I say, almost 50 sessions, and this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah, I just find it ironic this happened while we were in a doctor's clinic.
Take care of yourself. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm really sorry, guys.
No worries.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just, get well. Feel good.
Thank
Cool.
you.
See you guys.
See you.
Yep. All right.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Eli, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been good. No problem.